quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes.
Junior taking a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets off. Oh,
down.
Watch him. He's going to set up. He's going to go for the. It fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
Welcome to the PX1 Sports presentation of the Collegiate Football Simulation League on YouTube. We are live from Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Tonight, the Buckeyes look to stay unbeaten and climb higher in the polls, but to do so, they'll have to put a leash on the Bulldogs' rushing attack, looking to show that they've still got plenty of bite. Hello, everyone. Nate Murphy and Caleb Allen with you again tonight. And Caleb, two great ground and pound teams going at it. In fact, three of the league's top 5 rushers coming into week 3 are going at it here tonight.
And we're going to see which defense has the ability to actually step up and shut it down. Neither of these teams have had great passing success. Can one of these defenses make them throw the ball to beat them?
Ohio State's going to have the first crack at it, led by Ben Davis and Malcolm Dansby, a dangerous 1-2 punch in the running game. We will see what they go to here. They'll go to the counter play here. Dansby 1 yard before he is wheeled down by Bo Martin.
And Mike Lowry took a big stiff arm there. Absolutely punished for trying to come tackle Dansby, but Bo Martin cleaned it up.
8-mile-an-hour wind tonight, so we'll see if that plays into any effect on the passing game. It's pretty chilly, about 27 degrees and cloudy as Dansby carries that second down run. For a couple, it'll be 3rd and 9.
And both Dominic McKenzie and Frankie Dawkins just got downfield to make that tackle. The two safeties making the play at the line of scrimmage.
And now on 3rd down underneath, and Davis will start 0 of 1. Big hit to jar that ball free. Wouldn't have been first down yardage either way, and Ohio State will punt it away.
Great job by Clayton Cobb, just attacking the ball instead of the man, not wanting to let Dansby even catch the ball to do something with it.
And Georgia will get their first possession after the Rain Iman return to the 38-yard line. And this Bulldog offense led by quarterback Seth Chapman. But the ground game goes as Lane Easton goes.
It really does. And Lane Easton has been one of the better backs, not just all year, but since he stepped into this league. It's his senior year, and he's trying to make a great campaign through it.
Had better than 200 yards last week at home against West Virginia, and he's got the first carry here tonight. Good for just a yard, and that one shut down quickly by that Buckeye defense.
There's absolutely no room to run. He thought he had a hole, but this Ohio State defense just filled it before he had a shot.
2nd down and 9. They'll stretch play here. Easton to the near side, and he's able to cut it up for about 6. Nice run there. Didn't look like there was much to get, and picked up 6.
No, and Richard Howell eventually came in and attacked at the hips and brought him down to limit that run to only 7 yards.
Ohio State trying to return the favor and get off the field here on a 3-and-out. Chapman looking, steps up, fires across the middle, open receiver, first down and some. Adam Stiles, 26 yards later, deep into Buckeye territory.
Just great space, was able to get away from his defender and find the open area. Great job, great route running by 43 to get that open area.
And Stiles puts him 1st and 10 inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. Pistol set here for the Dogs. And Chapman's going to keep it on the read option. He's got the edge. He's got the 25 and powers down to about the 21. 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
And a great job by Jonathan Gold, the junior, for getting that tackle and attacking at the point of impact.
2nd and 2. This is going to be Easton on the stretch, far side, breaks 1, cannot get away from the next man in, and Lane Easton will pick up just a yard.
And I believe that was Jordan Stork who was there for that tackle.
3rd and 1. Early 3rd down attempt here, and that is shut down quickly. Mac Williams gets to Iman and shuts that play down in the backfield.
Big play by Big Mac. Mac Williams shed that block instantly, wanted to go one-on-one with the running back, and is going to win more than not with that weight advantage.
And I want to apologize. It is Rain Eamon, not Iman. And I'll make sure I get that corrected the rest of the night. I apologize. And Georgia on the board first as Russ Munson puts it between the pipes. 6:19 to go here in the first quarter. Georgia 3, number 11, Ohio State nothing. Buckeyes about to come out for just their second possession, and they're going to get some good field position out across the 30 to the 35-yard line after the Jet Taylor return.
And we'll see if this Ben Davis, Malcolm Dansby run game can get going. They had absolutely no success on that first drive. This is what their bread and butter has been all season through the first 2 weeks. Let's see if they can get back to that bread and butter.
And actually marked back at the 31 as it's 1st and 10 here for the Buckeyes, and they'll go back to the ground. It's Dansby, and had a hole and watched it disappear thanks to Bo Martin.
Bo Martin already has his second tackle on the night and is just shutting down this run game by filling every gap made by this Ohio State offensive line.
So 2nd down and 7 here. Shotgun set, 2-by-2 look. And they'll go back to Dansby, and he's looking for space. Not a lot there, and then finds a little bit of a crease, and he will pick up 7 and enough to move the chains.
It just got stuck up, was just trying to find a little slit just to fit through. DeAndre Jackson and Frankie Dawkins were both there to eventually bring him down.
Now on 1st and 10. Can that Buckeye running game keep it going here? Instead, Davis, he's going to look and then decides he's going to take off. He wants some yards for himself, and he slides down after a gain of 6.
And over on Twitch, a 59-yard touchdown pass to Brennan Walsh as A&M goes up 7-0, 6:29 left in the first quarter.
Got a feeling we're going to hear a lot of Twitch updates from a couple of high-powered offenses. And this one floated near side, and Tyson Luck, go get it, young fella. He makes a big play, 17 yards and a 1st down.
And the craziest fact about Tyson Luck getting up and to go get it is Tyson Luck is not your 6'4" jump ball receiver. Tyson Luck is 5'7" and had to go up and get it.
And he did. He went up and snatched it away as a big-time play right there. Sets up 1st and 10, and now Davis going to try and keep it around the right side, and he'll get 3.
Just absolutely nothing for them. Both Frankie Dawkins and Dominic McKenzie there to close the run game again.
2nd down and 7. They're going to slide the tight end in motion, and a quick throw backside slant. Nick got to the inside. Jet Taylor for 8 and a 1st down.
Jet Taylor with the good catch on the slant, beat his guy just a tad inside and got the 1st down to let Ohio State keep these chains moving.
Now 1st and 10, you see some movement in the Georgia secondary. Dansby on a little counter, and he's going to pick up 7. So here we go. This Ohio State ground game starting to find some traction.
They are, and it's because you're starting to see guys like Frankie Dawkins have to really step up to make these tackles when you want to see your big fellas up front get them.
2nd down and 3. Dansby again. It's that same counter look. This time they go to the left, and he had nothing. In fact, he runs into DeAndre Jackson, loses 5. It'll be 3rd and 8.
And that's a great job by the corner. He ripped through his block and took the lineman farther back into the backfield with him. Great job right there.
And now 3rd down here for the Buckeyes. Trying not to stall like Georgia's last possession. Davis looking under pressure, bounces off of one, can't get away from the next man in, and he will lose big yards as Chris Leo with the sack. 4th and 14, and the Buckeyes will have to try a long field goal.
Robbie Watt was the first man there. Couldn't get him because he just went a tad too high on Ben Davis, something you cannot do because you'll get punished for. Chris Leo took that advantage of where Ben Davis was balance-wise and finished the tackle. Great team sack by this defensive line.
And this is Buddha ball from 45 yards out, and he's got it. So the wind not hurting either of the two kickers on the first 2 attempts here as this one squeezes inside that left upright. 3-3 with 3:35 to go in quarter number 1. So we've seen both teams now put some points on the board. Georgia getting their second possession now, and boy, that looked like Frankie Dawkins had a lane to the outside before he ran into a blocker.
just couldn't get around the blocker. Thought the blocker was going to drive his guy and keep going, but just nothing there. But it's still a good return nonetheless.
Ball out to the 32-yard line, and now Chapman looking. He'll come underneath. This is complete, and I believe that is the big tight end, Haas, and it is, and he's throwing guys around. Haas Carter, 13 yards and a first down.
Big play by Haas. Just was attacking. You thought he was going to go down, but just got more physical with the ball.
And now they'll go up the middle with Easton, and he's going to power his way forward for 7. I mean, that contact was made around the line of scrimmage by Johnny Taylor, and he still couldn't bring him down.
And that's what Dansby has done through his... Sorry, that's what Easton has done. Sorry.
Hey, Dansby's done it too.
Yeah.
He just doesn't play for Georgia. And Easton, he's up the middle, and he's throwing some stiff arms around. He's got another 12-yard carry there and a first down.
Good, strong run by Easton through that stiff arm as Stork came to make that tackle, but good swarming by the Ohio State defense to get there.
And so on first down, they're going to go stretch play, and that stretch play has not been very successful. Easton had to break the tackle of Vankoviak in the backfield, and finally Mac Williams brings him down. It is still a loss of 1.
It is a great job by Mac Williams on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage, but trailed all the way, ran across field, a long distance for him to make that tackle and hold them to a loss of 1.
2nd and 11. And now right back up the middle. What a hit. Eamon gets back to the line of scrimmage, but Jordan Stork delivers the blow.
Stork made an impact, and we still haven't seen. He's just now getting up. Stork brought the bang to the party, knowing he wants to bring a physical aspect to this game that Georgia may not have seen through the first 2 weeks.
3rd and 12. Chapman looking. He's throwing it deep and one-on-one coverage. Richard Howell had it, played perfectly, and knocks it down.
Great job by Howell. Played the ball, not the man. Knowing if I just get this ball on the ground, you cannot make an attempt at this catch. Great job by the sophomore.
And now the punt away straight down the middle of the field and into the end zone. Ohio State will take over for their 3rd possession on the 20-yard line. Here you see the way the defenses have played. I mean, yards have been hard to come by. They've moved it between the 40s, but really nothing after that, and a couple of field goals to show for it. And now Ohio State looking to take their first lead of the night. Read option look, and Davis is going to pick up 5 before he's drugged down.
And Ben Davis's best aspect so far this season has been his legs. He had a huge week 1 performance running the ball. Can he keep building on these great rushing performances?
And this is Dansby, and he's going to carry it and break a couple of tackles, and they will give Malcolm Dansby enough to move the chains. They'll mark it right at the 30-yard line.
Malcolm Dansby, the transfer from Texas A&M, is a strong runner. He doesn't make all his yards on speed. It's all on power.
And now Davis is going to throw this one into the flat, wide open receiver, just sitting it down as Jet Taylor, and then does the work on his own. Gain of 11, and they will move the chains.
And it feels like physicality has been this Ohio State team's mentality. We want to be the more physical team in the run game. And the receivers are embracing this mentality when you watch how they run with the ball.
And now Ben Davis, the quarterback, will keep it, and he'll power his way into a couple of Georgia defenders and pick up 7.
Just found the open space. Great run. Frankie Dawkins had to step up and help the defensive lineman eventually bring down Davis.
2nd and 3, and they'll go right back to the ground game with Dansby. He's got some room and a good one-on-one tackle right there to keep Dansby from getting away.
And it was Mike Lowry, the junior, who came up with that tackle. Dansby's one of the hardest guys to tackle one-on-one, and he did so right there.
Same look here for the Buckeyes, and they'll go right back to that ground game, throwing the stiff arm around. This is Mr. Hansen, and he picks up 7 after contact.
And that just proves it. It's not just Dansby. Hansen came in through 2 Georgia defenders off him, and eventually Bobby Watt came up with that tackle.
2nd and 3, and they go right back to the ground. Dansby, little stutter step in the backfield, might have cost him because he only gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think it really did. DeAndre Jackson made the tackle, but if Dansby just keeps that outside, I don't know if he's getting caught.
Had a lot of room to work, but that closes out quarter number one. A quick moving first quarter, it felt like. 3-3 our score here in the shoe. Come on back. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. And welcome back inside Ohio Stadium here in Columbus, Ohio. Nate Murphy, Caleb Williams with you. Quarter number two getting underway. Third down here for the Buckeyes, and that one thrown away, and probably fortunate that that one's not caught. They would have lost some yards there.
Probably fortunate, but also just get rid of it. Gives you this good situation on 4th and 3.
See if the Buckeyes go to the ground game here. And they will. Dansby up the middle. He's not going to get there. Stood up and then drug down from behind. Picks up 2 when he needed 3, and that's a turnover on downs.
Great job by Chris Leo. Just fought him, brought him down, did not let him get a gain there.
And now Georgia taking over 1st and 10 on their own 37. Chapman with Easton directly behind him in the pistol, and it's Easton with the ball, and he's going to pick up just a yard on the carry.
And it's a 41-yard touchdown run by Ravana Kozlov over on Twitch as Virginia Tech ties it up 7 apiece. 1:16 left in the first quarter.
Good game going on over there on Twitch, just like we've got going on here on YouTube to close the week. And Lane Easton around the right edge for a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Good tackle by Storkers. Had to be an active participant in the run defense for Ohio State, and I would expect that to stay that way.
3rd and 4, and now Chapman taking his shot downfield, and that one is jarred loose, incomplete, and Georgia will punt it away again.
Ohio State sees gold when you throw towards Jonathan Gold, because usually it's gold for this defense rather than interception or incompletion. That's what Ohio State wants, and Georgia just fell into that trap yet again.
And now Ohio State on the Jet Taylor return will set themselves up 1st and 10 about their own 26-yard line. Give them the 27 there after the 9-yard return for Taylor. And now Ben Davis back out with this offense, fully loaded shotgun. Little speed option look. Can he get the pitch out? Yes, he does after a couple of broken tackles. And there goes Dansby, gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Yeah, if you would have showed me 2 pictures of Ben Davis shrugging off 2 Georgia defenders and it being a 9-yard gain, I would not have believed you.
And here we go with Dansby again, and he's going to pick up a couple. Enough to move the sticks here for the Buckeye offense.
And good tackle by Bo Martin. Dives for that tackle, got his shoestring, and that causes the trip up.
And now 4 wide receivers on 1st and 10. Right back to the ground game. Hansen powers his way forward. Earned 3 yards right there.
That time it was the senior Clayton Cobb who came up with that tackle. A big tackle that Georgia really needed to get them in a situation that is positive for them.
2nd down and 7 for the Buckeyes, and they go right back to Dansby. Dansby's got the 1st down and was 1 broken tackle away from finding a lot more. 8 yards to midfield in the 1st down.
DeAndre Jackson has been a consistent tackler for Georgia thus far. The only issue for Georgia on that end is that there's a cornerback, and most of his tackles are going to be 5 yards downfield.
And now Davis looking. He'll come underneath, and he finds Titan Chen, the big tight end. He's a big playmaker at tight end. This time good for just 2.
He's a huge playmaker, and he has had a slow-ish start to the season so far, but that doesn't define who he is as a player. Clayton Cobb was the one who came up with the tackle, though.
2nd and 8. Play fake here, and Davis again going far side. Dangerous pass. DeAndre Jackson knocks it down. He was not the only Bulldog in the area.
Jackson is already starting to have a great night so far for these Bulldogs. He is proven to be a big-time playmaker for them tonight.
And now Davis on 3rd down rips this one near side, and that is complete. There's Chen making a nice play down near the sideline. 1st down for the Buckeyes.
And those are the big plays we talk about with Chen. It was Dominic McKenzie who eventually was over the top, came down to bring down Chen, but a great throw and catch nonetheless for this Buckeyes offense, which is gaining momentum through the air finally.
And now on 1st down, ball on the Georgia 32. Buckeyes driving. Davis finds 1st down and more. Runs over a defender inside the 10-yard line. Ben Davis for a big carry, first and goal, Buckeyes.
And it's never good when your defensive end in Chris Leo is having to run downfield and tackle a guy that far downfield. But that's what Ohio State needed to stop the touchdown.
First and goal from the 9. Davis alone in the backfield, looking to throw it this time. Changes his mind, decides to take off, has to break one, and will pick up just a yard on the scramble.
Just too many defenders that ambuscade with the tackle. But over on Twitch, an 11-yard touchdown catch by Jackson Hare as the Aggies go back up 14-7, 8-12 left in the second quarter.
And now on second and goal, back to the read option. Davis to the 3, to the goal line, touchdown, Buckeyes.
Ben Davis is having a great start to his season. He has had a rushing touchdown in all 3 games, I want to say, and is proving to do so. I will fact check that, but he is having an outstanding start in both the run and pass game. We are seeing what is slowly forming to be a offensive player of the year campaign for Ben Davis.
I can tell you for sure he had at least one in week 1 as he torched my Mountaineers along with Malcolm Dansby. So you can fact check that, but right now Ohio State up 10-3 with 5:40 now counting in the first half. Georgia getting the ball back after a pretty decent return from Eamon, 25 yards. And the Georgia rushing attack, which also had a huge night in week 2 against my Mountaineers, looks to get it rolling here.
And they're going to get it rolling, I think. It's just a slow gear starting to turn.
And they go right back to Easton. He slips 1 and powers his way forward, a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4.
And it was a good job by Harry Gills, who came over and made the tackle on the sideline to stop this game from being much more.
Right back to the ground with Easton, and he'll lower the shoulder, runs into Ankoviak and picks up a yard.
Great job by Ankoviak attacking downfield. The senior for the Buckeyes in this linebacker room is doing a great job of stopping this run game with the rest of his defense.
Third and 3. Big play right here early for the Georgia offense. Right back to Easton, and he will get to the marker. Had to make sure he cut it up quick enough, but does pick up 5 and moves the chains.
And Mac Williams was just a microsecond too late on that tackle. He gets there a millisecond earlier, and it is a stop for this Georgia defense, this Ohio State defense, which would love a stop here.
First and 10. Just across their own 40 and right back to the ground game. Look out, lots of room to work for Eamon. 14 yards and a first down.
Eamon is their in-space runner. When he finds the space, he is going to make you pay. Lane Easton and Eamon are just Knuckles and Sonic.
Here we go. So I don't know. Does that make that Tails? I don't know. The next addition to that, but there goes Chapman for a first down.
I don't know what Chapman is. Chapman is still finding his nickname in the run game on the Sonic analogy side.
Tails was with Sonic too, right? I'm not crazy.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not crazy there.
Just making sure I've got my old school video games down. And there's Easton again, a gain of 7 on first down. So second and 3 on the Buckeye 25. And there goes Chapman again. He'll keep it on the speed option. Right decision. Could not quite power his way forward for the first down.
No, and Stork met him at the line. He said, you go forward, you get it, but you're not running it through me, and backed him up, setting up a 3rd and 1 situation for both sides.
3rd and short. They'll go to the ground game here, and Easton can't get there. Good job from that Buckeye defense. Mac Williams, his 3rd stop in the backfield tonight.
Mac Williams was not a big TFL getter alone. He has 4 TFLs, all 4 sacks, 3 non-sack TFLs to start the first half.
And Georgia maybe feeling a little bit of pressure here. They're going to go for it. It's Eamon, and he's got it inside the 20. So Rain Eamon, the scary thing is this is the freshman that's going to take over for Lane Easton when he graduates, and I don't think they're going to skip a beat.
I don't think so either. Vladimir had a shot at it. He's been a reliant tackler one-on-one, just couldn't bring him down.
And now they'll bring a man in motion. They'll go triple option. Chapman gets it out wide, and it's Adam Stiles for 2. They ran that short side, might have ran themselves out of room.
Just not enough space for them. And I do have a Twitch update for you after this play.
And now on a 2nd and 8, it's Eamon, and he goes nowhere. Hit and dropped quickly in the backfield. Good play from Jonathan Gold.
Great play by Jonathan Golden. Over on Twitch, it is showering touchdowns as Bradley Showers gets a 9-yard touchdown to extend A&M's lead 21-7, 6:06 left in the half.
It's official. It's only been 3 nights now working with you, Caleb, and you're dropping the bad puns. Congratulations. As this one's thrown out to Haas. Carter, the big tight end, picks up 4, but it will be 4th down and 8.
Just not enough space on the sideline for Haas to work with upfield, but it still keeps them in a good field goal position.
And they're going to bring Munson back out. This one from about 33 yards away on the right hash. No problem for Munson. Up and good. So 2:29 to play, first half. Your new score, number 11, Ohio State 10, and the Georgia Bulldogs 6. And this game, very entertaining back and forth. I know it's slow scoring, but the run games and watching these two offenses try and slug it out against these defenses has been very entertaining throughout this first half.
It has, because it's rare nowadays in the modern CFSL we get this of just two hard-nosed, run-the-ball any teams. We get teams actually get to play each other.
And now Dansby's got it. He's looking for space, and he's stood up, but after a gain of 5.
Just not a lot of space there. Ember Sky was the one who got there to make the initial contact before the rest of this Georgia defense just swarmed.
And now on 2nd down, he'll go back to that read option. Davis has some room. 1st down, powers his way forward, and finally drugged down by an entire pack of dogs. It'll be 1st and 10.
The dogs like to howl together. Dominic McKenzie made the first contact. Just everyone else swarmed in to finish Davis off.
DeAndre Jackson getting credit for the stop right there. And on 1st down, they go right back to the ground. And again, they go back to Dansby, who finds a hole between the tackles, 10 yards, and another 1st down.
And this run game is starting to find the momentum. It was slow to start. Clayton Cobb on the tackle, but now they're getting these chunk runs, which is what they've been doing so good the rest of the season.
Both offenses built on wearing the opposing defense out, so we'll see who does it first. And boy, they were trying to set up a screen there. It was getting blown up, and Davis chucked it downfield, nearly made a play on it.
I really thought he was trying to throw a one-on-one ball downfield, and then it just kept showing into the sideline. So I'm like, oh, close.
And now on the screen, Mr. Hansen is caught from behind, whirled down to the turf, and it will be a loss of 2.
It is, and that's great recognition by the defense of Georgia. The defensive lineman, the walk-on, I believe, found where the screen was going and followed it. Let him catch the ball first, not to risk a PI, and brought him down. We'll see how Ohio State approaches this 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12, and looks like they'll at least take a shot at it here. And Davis, he's taking a shot for the end zone. One-on-one coverage, and it is knocked down by DeAndre Jackson. 2 pass breakups tonight for Jackson. He's been playing well in coverage tonight.
Jackson's been playing well on every level. He's been a great addition to this run defense of Georgia. He's been great in the pass game. He is having himself a great start to this night, and it's still only the first half.
And this one bounces into the end zone. I'm still looking for another fake punt like we saw last night get pulled off. Ohio State doesn't get tricky there, but that one bounces into the end zone. And the Buckeyes now holding on to a 4-point lead. Georgia a chance to go take the lead on this drive. 1:04 to go in the half. Chapman looking under some pressure, will not get it. Oh, he does get it away. They're going to call it incomplete, and Georgia may have caught a break.
They definitely did. I would have let that play out if I was an official and go back to the review. They chose against that. I think Georgia did just get lucky on that not being ruled a fumble.
1 minute exactly left in the half. Blitz coming. It's picked up. Chapman finds an open receiver, and coming across the middle that time was Jaden Charles. Picks up 15 and a 1st down.
And yet again, Jonathan Gold came up with the tackle, the reliant play on this whole Ohio State secondary.
Chapman near side. Oh, that one should have been caught. Chapman put that ball perfectly in front of Aaron Highsmith, and he couldn't haul it in.
Highsmith just tried to bring it back into the pocket. Should have probably gone to the left side instead of the right, because Gold was trailing on the right.
2nd and 10, floated to the sideline. Oh, that is a beautiful ball and just as pretty of a catch by Jaden Charles.
I love talking about the defense more than anyone, but that throw, there's no defense that can stop a throw like that.
Now, I mean, that's the definition of dropping it in a bucket. And now Chapman at it again. He's looking for everything. One-on-one coverage downfield, and that one is swatted away, incomplete.
I don't know if that's what Chapman really wanted to do. I didn't see who it was, but an Ohio State linebacker just came free and nailed Chapman, and Chapman just got that ball away.
Ohio State blitzing again, does not get home, but this one's forced into double coverage, and it's knocked away again, incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up.
And I believe it was Stork and Golden there. In gold, both these great defenders in the secondary were there on the target.
3rd and 10, 37 seconds to go. The Bulldogs with one timeout. This one is caught by Wentz, and he falls down inbound. So they don't have to snap it again, Caleb. That might have ended the first half right there.
I would just take it to half. I'd let this clock run. I don't know what this punter is doing to his offensive lineman, though, making them stay in that stance for 30 seconds. That's not an easy one to hold.
Hey, listen, they say punters aren't real people, so maybe he's just trying to get them back for all that slander, saying that he's not even a real athlete. As that one will take us to the end of half number 1. It's been the definition of defensive struggle. 10-6 Buckeyes over the Bulldogs here at the break. And Caleb, talk to us a little bit about what we saw in half number 1.
I feel like I'm watching a old 80s boxing match here. Just two teams throwing punches left and right, and their punches are the run game. Both teams are just trying to pound the rock. I don't know how many rushes each team. I knew at one point it was Georgia had 26 rush attempts. It might have been even Ohio State, but both these teams have run it north of 20 times already in one half, when a lot of the modern day CFL teams either don't reach 20 or get to 20 in the course of a game. We are in for a barn burner of everyone just trying to run this ball, and both defenses have stepped up to stop the run at every chance they've gotten.
You mentioned it's been like a boxing match, and the offenses are just throwing punch after punch. It seems like body blow after body blow with the rushing attacks. And there you see the yardage that is stacked up because of it. But these defenses are eating these shots. They're absorbing these body blows, and they're both standing toe-to-toe, hanging in there. And this is going to be one of those heavyweight 15-round kind of fights, and it's going to take the final bell before one of them, it feels like, gets worn out. And we'll see if Georgia can maybe throw a haymaker in there somewhere, and this might do it. Dawkins inside the 35, down inside the 30. Frankie Dawkins, 67 yards on the return. Let's see if this sparks something.
And he is so dangerous in the return game. We saw it last year. I want to say he had a punt return, the first we've seen in a while.
And this is Chapman, and he's going to keep it around the edge. Oh, he takes a big thump right there by Johnny Taylor, but picks up 5.
Good return, good run, great setup by the great return. And Frankie Dawkins last year was an All-American in the return game, and we got to see it right there why.
And Frankie Dawkins last season, 2 touchdown returns, both of them in one game against West Virginia, as he's got them set up here in great field position. Now, can Georgia capitalize? It's Easton, and he powers his way up the middle for a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Just lanes closed. Georgia found this momentum off of the All-American kick returner and just hasn't been able to capitalize. We'll see if they can get these last 3 yards, however.
And now up the middle, it's going to be Easton again, 9 yards and a first down, just short of the 10.
Good, strong run by Easton to get the first down. They needed it badly, and he was able to get it.
And now on first down, ball at the 11, so they can pick up one more first down. Easton slips one at the 5, looking for the goal lines. Got it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Great, powerful run by Easton. He broke one, and he said, I want my touchdown, because this touchdown means a lot for him. It ties him with Jet O'Reilly for the school record at 24. He is now just 1 touchdown away from breaking the school record and having that thrown by himself.
Congratulations to Lane Easton for tying the record. And even if it doesn't come tonight, I don't see a world in which Lane Easton doesn't put another one in the end zone. So it's just a matter of time before he climbs to the top of the leaderboard on his own. Right now, 7:51 and now counting in our third quarter, 13-10. Georgia now on top. Ohio State needs an answer drive, and they're about to start this one deep in their own territory.
Receiving team.
But it's going to hurt because the dreaded clicking call.
And that's going to back them all the way up to their own 13 to start this drive. And yeah, Coach Davis not real happy about that, but that's what you get when you cheat and try and do something you shouldn't do. The refs are going to catch you. 1st and 10. Davis looking. Now he's going to decide to take off. Oh, had a lane, ran into the back end of one of his offensive linemen and stumbled down.
And that's when the most dangerous is when you get tripped up by your offensive linemen. They generate sacks for the defense sometimes. You have to avoid their big ankles in order to stay upright.
And now on 2nd down, again, Davis is going to change his mind. And Bo Martin, boy, he just launched himself straight through the quarterback on that one. Nice pickup of 7, but Martin made him pay for it.
Bo Martin is a heat-seeking missile. He knows people don't like the quarterback getting hit. And when you take off as a runner, he wants to hit your quarterback as hard as he humanly can.
Now 3rd and 7. Trying to answer back. Fully loaded shotgun here. Davis looking. He'll throw it this time to the sideline, and that is caught. Smokey Woods somehow keeping the toes down, and it's a 1st down.
That's another tight window throw by Ben Davis. There wasn't a lot of space. You saw Ember Sky within a yard. He throws that inside more. That's deflected. Perfectly played the sideline where it's in reach for Woods to catch and stay in.
That one good on Sunday. Great job from Woods to keep both feet down in bounds. Now 1st down, they can go back to the ground game. Runs over one, then hurdles him, but Malcolm Dansby can't get away. Too many dogs in the backfield. Robbie Wyatt with the start, or Watt, excuse me, with the stop.
Winkler tried to come up and make that tackle. Winkler paid for trying to make that tackle.
And then he gets hurled on top of it. So a little insult to injury. Now Davis looking over to the sideline again, and this time it's Tyson Luck backpedaling out of bounds. Gain of 4, 3rd and 6.
Tyson Luck had the amazing catch to start this Ohio State offense's momentum. Made another one to keep this drive very alive.
3rd and 6 down the sideline, and that's knocked away. Davis was not going to be able to squeeze that one in. It'll be 4th down, and Buckeyes will have to punt it away.
No, and that's a great job by McKenzie. He just jumped that route perfectly, didn't let the receiver even have a shot at making a play on the ball.
And this one booted away, fielded at the 22. And look out, Eamon's got some room himself, and Eamon showing he's a dangerous return man, gets 18 on that one. And here you see the game summary. 13-10, your score, plays about even, yardage about even, 1st downs about even. I mean, it's exactly what you expect to see in a game like this.
It is. It's just going back and forth one at a time.
And now read option. Chapman trying to get away, and he will not. Good play right there. Jordan Stork comes in, delivers the tackle in the backfield, and it'll be 2nd down and 12.
And it's his 2nd TFL on the game. He didn't have a single one walking into tonight. And now he has 5 tackles in 2 TFLs to go on what has been a great start for him in his junior campaign.
And now Chapman play fake, rolling out, and that is complete. Good job, Adam Stiles, holding on through all the contact, and it'll be 3rd and 2.
That's a great tackle by Goose Good. He just brought him down, wanting to get to 3rd down.
Question, if it is good for the Goose, is it good for the Gander? As Easton will carry this one. Gain of 1, they're going to mark him just short of the marker, and we'll see if Georgia gets aggressive and goes for it here.
And I think Goose Good gave that answer for you. If he doesn't care, he just wants to get tackles.
Well, what I want to know means nothing, and Georgia will punt it away right here. As we'll see if they go, they're going to angle this towards the sideline. That is a good punt, out of bounds, sitting right around the 10-yard line, and it may be inside the 10. We'll see. They'll make it right at the 10. Either way, for the brand, as that punt goes out of bounds, perfectly placed. And we'll see now, can Davis and the Buckeye offense respond? This one thrown away on first down. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Just couldn't find anything. There's good interior pressure by Robbie Watt, the Georgia first-round pick in the draft.
So now on 2nd down, Davis and Dansby in the backfield. They're going to throw it here and across the middle. Open receiver, Smokey Woods, 11 more and a first down.
And there's Bo Mudden, who was able to get that tackle, was playing the middle of the field, probably spying Davis, knowing how dangerous he is in the run game.
And now on first down, Dansby, he's got it after moving back behind Davis in the backfield there, and he'll pick up just a yard.
Frankie Dawkins, who had the big return, also made that tackle. He is having himself a great night, potentially an all-purpose player of the week candidate.
And now a keeper for Davis. He's got first down yardage, and he lowers his head and puts it out around the 35-yard line, gain of 13.
Good job by McKenzie. Making that tackle was just a tad too late, though, as Ben Davis continues to do great things on the ground.
And you can see how fired up he was after that first down run, trying to pump this Buckeye team up and get that offense back downfield. Dansby shifts in the backfield, and they'll hand it to him, and he will lower the shoulders, spin his way forward, and pick up 3.
That was a very hard-fought 3 yards. He went through 3 separate Bulldog defenders to get 3 yards, making everyone have to hit him before going down.
Dominic McKenzie picking up his 5th tackle on the night there, and now Davis looks to throw into the flat. He's got Titan Chin, falls out of bounds after a gain of 3.
And it feels like Georgia's playing the defense of either throw this 3-yard out or run the ball. We'll let you have the 3 yards.
Now trying to set up the screen. Dansby got caught up in the wash there, and Davis never was able to get the football to him. He'll lose 11. Curtis Ecker with the sack, and the Buckeyes will have to punt it away.
And I thought I saw a bit of a bobble of the ball when he was going down, but great job by Ben Davis to keep a hold of that ball heading to contact, if so. Just didn't like what he saw on the screen. Great job by this Bulldog defense.
And now on 4th and long, they're going to have to punt it away. Eamon has a little bit of room to work initially, and he lowers the shoulder out near the 45-yard line. So that Bulldog offense now trying to get their ground game going again. And again, we keep talking about it. It's one of those back and forth kind of slug it out kind of games. It's a black eye kind of night, and Easton will try and get some yardage around the outside, picks up just 3.
Just not a lot of space. I think it was, again, it was the wrong side. I believe it was Emba Sky and Mike Lowry both there for that tackle.
And now on 2nd down, they'll go up the middle. Easton, he was looking to throw a stiff arm, does there, and he'll pick up 10 to move the chains for the Dogs.
And there's a good tackle by Johnny Taylor there.
And that's his 6th on the night. Now back to the pistol set here. Power side is this near side, but they go the opposite direction with Easton. He breaks a tackle, and he's hit and dropped just short of first down yardage.
I say it all the time. If your defensive line is getting tackles downfield, that's not a good thing. And Mac Williams had to come downfield to make that tackle. You don't need your defensive lineman having to go 9 yards downfield to make these tackles.
2nd and 1. Same formation here for Georgia. And it looks like Eamon in the backfield now. He'll get it on the pitch off the speed option, breaks 1, and he is hit and bounced out of bounds after a pickup of enough to move the chains.
And it was Mason Davis who made first contact before Johnny Taylor came over and finished it. Mason Davis setting up Taylor for the good tackle.
And there goes the running game again as Chapman picking up 7 off the read option, and now they're starting to pick them up in chunks.
They are, and this is what Georgia has needed to do. Richard Howell on the tackle, but 7 goes a long way for this Bulldogs team with how this game has gone pacing-wise so far.
And now back to Easton, runs over 1, and he's down inside the 15. He can smell the goal line and the record now.
He really can, and he wants it. He wants it bad. It is the only school record he does not hold on the rushing side, and he wants it now.
Well, this is Eamon looking to maybe squeeze one in here, but he gets back to the line of scrimmage before he is dropped quickly by Jonathan Gold.
Jonathan Gold, great job tackling him, and I do have a Twitch update for you after this play.
2nd and 10. This is Eamon again, going far side, hit, and boy, 4 Buckeye defenders make sure he goes out of bounds.
Just forced out of bounds. Great job using the sideline. Now I'm mistaken. It is after this plays when I'll give you a Twitch update.
And so 3rd and 8. Big down coming up here for the Buckeye defense, and they're going to make a big play as Chapman held it too long in the pocket. Mac Williams, his first sack of the ball game, but a big play nonetheless.
Mac Williams makes the big play for this defense, holding Georgia to 3. But over on Twitch, 27-yard touchdown to Kabil Locklear. Virginia Tech cuts into the lead after a good 2-point conversion. 24-21, 5:23 left in the 3rd quarter.
And so here we go on 4th down. Georgia going to settle for the field goal attempt, and the wind, we thought maybe it would play a factor in this, but it certainly has not, as Russ Munson knocks through another field goal, and that is his 3rd on the night. 16-10, Georgia on top of the Buckeyes. But we say it all the time, Caleb, field goals do not win football games in the CFSL. Although tonight, it might be a little bit of a different feel because neither defense has really given up much.
No, really, it's not. You say field goals don't win football games. Tonight, that's been the difference here. Each team has only scored 1 touchdown thus far.
Davis keeps it on the read option. He's got some room. He breaks a tackle, and he's got the 1st down.
Great job by Davis. Just lowered his shoulder, wanting to get every single yard he could. It was Frankie Dawkins and Jaden Walker who came up to make that tackle.
And now on 1st and 10 as we get down to 30 seconds to go in our 3rd quarter in a very quick moving football game. Davis far side, and he's got his receiver Titan Chin who sat it down, gain of 4, and that'll be it.
And there's both Eka and Sky who got there for that tackle, saw the quick throw coming, and got him down, knowing they wanted a limited gain on that 1st down throw.
2nd and 6. They'll go read option again, and Davis will again keep it, and he will fight forward. Needed 6, got 7, 1st down, Ohio State.
And Clayton Cobb is usually a surefire tackle, just could not bring down Davis there.
And that will do it for quarter number 3. Throw the 4s up in chat. Number 11, Ohio State on upset alert. Georgia leads at 16-10. Come on back. You're watching the CFSL, presented by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. Welcome back inside the shoe here in Columbus, Ohio. Nate Murphy, Caleb Allen set to bring you quarter number 4. It has been a good one here tonight in Columbus, and this one is completed underneath Tyson Luck. And boy, he stepped out of bounds, but had a shot at more.
Yeah, and if he didn't step out of bounds, they had the 1st down. Wouldn't have gotten much more after that, but still, nonetheless.
And this is Dansby. 1st down, didn't get much after the 1st down marker. Picks up 2, but this Buckeye drive continues.
They're never going to complain about the 1st down. Cobb and Eka both there to make that tackle.
Cobb credited with his 7th on the night. So 1st and 10. Shift in the backfield. Dansby up the middle, and he will get hit. Falls forward for a gain of 1.
And it's a great job by Winkler to come in and make that tackle. Came off the edge in what looked to be a designed blitz and just found the running back right away.
Back to the shotgun here for Davis. He'll look to throw across the middle and into some traffic, but Smokey Woods going to haul that one in. 16 and a 1st down.
Beautiful throw. There's Mike Lowry in coverage, just not able to stay with Ben Davis. Only Ben Davis is 120th passing yard, as there's also Dominic McKenzie credited with the tackle.
So 1st and 10 Buckeyes at the Georgia 24-yard line. Touchdown would give them the lead for the first time tonight. 8 minutes to go in the ball game, and this is Dansby on the counter. Cuts it to the inside, picks up 8.
Good job by McKenzie to make that tackle, but got taken on a ride as Dansby dragged him for 8 yards.
As Dansby starting to edge closer to that 100-yard mark on the night. He's got it again, straight up the middle, inside the 10, powering his way down to the 5 for 11 more and a first down.
Good, powerful run by Dansby. It was Chris Leo, the defensive tackle, who tackled him. But as I always say, you don't want your defensive tackles making tackles downfield.
First and goal. And read option, Davis to the goal line, touchdown, Buckeyes.
Ben Davis is having himself a great start to the season on the ground. That's his 5th rushing touchdown. Ties him thus far for the league lead. I don't know what the numbers are over on Twitch, obviously, for rushing touchdowns. But Ben Davis, as a quarterback, ties it. You can't tell me that doesn't give you Offensive Player of the Year vibes.
I mean, he's done it all, and Ohio State has been more of a ground and pound kind of team. Davis has thrown it when he's had to, but right now the ground and pound is all it's taken. 17-16, Georgia now trailing Ohio State with 7:26 to go, and we're going to get you guys a Twitch update here in just a moment as they continue to battle it out in Aggie land, and this one is going to be a big return from Dawkins again, 35 yards.
But over on Twitch, Spencer Beatty gets an 18-yard touchdown reception as A&M retakes the lead, 28-24, 3:04 left in the third quarter.
So Virginia Tech trying to show some fight for the ACC, and it will be Easton trying to carry this one, and he's dropped in the backfield by Harry Gills.
And a great tackle by Harry Gills. Just got off his block and helped clean up the tackle. That's what they needed out of that drive to start.
And Frosty's saying, I got some strong memories. They're not strong memories. They're nightmares from trying to tackle him in the kicking game last season. And this is Chapman up the middle, and Chapman able to fall forward again at 12 and a first down.
What a fight from Chapman. He should have been short. He should have been short of that first down, and he said, no, I'm going to extend and find a way to get there for my team.
And now they're going to go up the middle once again with Easton, and he powers his way. Well, he just lowered the shoulders and ran hard behind the pads, gain of 9.
This is the kind of run game I love to see from running backs. Just lower your shoulder. Why juke when you can run through? Gold with his 5th tackle on the night with that, however.
2nd and 1. There comes Easton again, straight up the middle. Gain of just 2 this time as he runs into, I believe, Ankoviak on the stop. It'll be 1st and 10. Excuse me, Mason Davis.
It was Mason Davis who came up with a huge tackle for them, but just after the first down mark.
Yeah, 54, not 55. My apologies. And there comes Chapman near side on the read option. He's got room to work, and he'll get hit and stood up. Looked like he was going to get first down yardage, but he stopped just short.
I think if he would have kept going forward, he would have. Johnny Taylor forced him more to the right, though, at an angle, making him be just short.
2nd and a couple of chain links here for the Bulldog offense. Read option, and that one's not going to work. Boy, Ohio State had that one sniffed out.
And it's because that's what they've been living through this entire drive. Chapman has been killing them this drive on the read option. So both Matt Williams and Mason Davis closed that door in Chapman's face and said, no, sir, not this play.
So 3rd and 4, and you might be outside of field goal range if you're Georgia. So this may be 4-down territory. Chapman doesn't need an extra play. Aaron Highsmith, go get it, sir. He lays out, and it's 1st and goal Bulldogs.
I had a feeling that had to be coming at some point. I just expected it to be off of a play action. Both these teams feel like they've set it up, but it's just Georgia who took that first shot downfield that was completed.
So 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Speed option. Look, good decision there from Chapman not to pitch that one. There's some Buckeye defenders in between him and the pitchback.
And it's a great job by Richard Howell for making that tackle when the Ohio State Buckeyes defense needed him most. They need to hold them to 3 here.
2nd and goal. There you saw Georgia 44, now 45 rushing attempts on the night as Chapman plows his way down to the 5, 3rd and goal.
Both Johnny Taylor and Jerry Brown were there for that. Oh, sorry, Goose Good. And Goose Good is building himself a good night now. 6 tackles for a guy who averages 10 a game.
Now Chapman looking to throw, and off the back foot, incomplete, and he's fortunate. That one was well covered.
And it's just great. It's a great job by this Ohio State Buckeyes D-line. Just collapse that pocket too much for him.
And Munson now to put Georgia back on top. It's a short field goal, up and good. So Munson 4 for 4 on the ball game, and Georgia now holds a 2-point lead, 19-17, 4:39 to play in the ball game. Buckeyes are going to get some good field position here out across their 30. Smokey Woods with the 32-yard return. And, well, now it's your turn, Mr. Davis and Mr. Dansby.
It is, and I want to look at Ben Davis. I want to see a play-action shot here from him.
Field goal would give them the lead back, so we'll see if they play more for that. Dansby with a 1-yard run on first down.
Frankie Dawkins found the gap, saw the motion, and said, I'm committing to this run game, and made a play. He's still building himself an outstanding night.
2nd and 9. I'll give it back to Dansby, cuts it back inside, and he'll pick up 6, makes it 3rd and 4.
And yet again, he's met with Frankie Dawkins, a guy who has now 6 tackles on the night.
2 for 8 are the Buckeyes on 3rd down. Need 4 here to keep the drive alive. Is it 4 down territory? Will it matter? And it will. Question needs to be asked now. After a gain of 2, do you go for it if you're the Buckeyes?
I don't think you do. I think you have faith in this defense. It was Eka who got in there for the tackle. It's 1917. It's not like Georgia's just been killing you and you haven't been able to get a stop.
And a little bobble there on the return, but it is picked up by Eamon, and a short return because of it. And with 3:34 to go, and there's why I asked, the running game has been good enough. You can take 2.5 minutes off of this clock, even if you don't score the way your running game is going if you're Georgia. And right there, it goes backwards, as I believe it was Justin Henry, he gets his first tackle for loss tonight. It'll be 2nd and 13.
He's had a slow night so far, and that's just because Georgia's shown their respect. They're not trying to run towards Justin Henry, knowing he is a defensive player of the year candidate thus far.
And there you go. They're already in shoe clock mode. Going to take as much of this as they can. Easton breaks 1, and he will plow his way forward to the 33. It'll set up a 3rd and 2.
That was a big missed tackle in the backfield. If I'm Georgia here, I am running it knowing they have struggled to hold Easton to just 2 yards after Howell came up with that tackle.
But they are just 4 of 13 on 3rd down. And again, they will take this all the way down to about 2 seconds left on the play clock. And this is, I believe, is it Eamon in the backfield, or is that still Easton? I think it is still Easton.
I think it's still Easton.
And now they will snap here. 2:10 to go in the ball game. They do hand it off. It is Easton, and he will not get there. Just a couple of chain links short, and Ohio State, with just over 2 minutes to go, will call their first timeout.
Justin Henry came up with the big play. I said they've been scared to run towards him. They did, and they paid for it.
A big hit there on Jet Taylor in the return game. Just kind of buckled him under. Now 2 minutes exactly. You only need a field goal, and you got it 1st and 10 on your 33.
You do. I'm playing aggressive here on these downs. I'm throwing downfield.
And they are looking to throw it here on 1st down, and they wind up coming underneath. They wanted to take a shot, but Messiah Ritchie in the flat was the open receiver.
Just find the open receiver. You have to keep the ball moving. You can't just get hard stopped and see 4th down.
Davis going to take off here. Will he find the 1st down? He will. Hit at the 45, but it's enough to move the chains.
And that's a great job by Britton, the corner, who came up to make that tackle. He got that on the last play, got it again, proving to have big plays in big moments.
And now Davis rips this one across the middle. Open receiver. It's Titan Chin, the big tight end, makes it the biggest catch of the night for him so far. A 20-yard pickup and a 1st down.
McKenzie, Sky, and Dawkins were all in the area to make that tackle. Dawkins is the one who made it, but they just let him get too open and cut up field to make a play, which they cannot do at this point. They need to move them backwards again.
Now the question becomes, where is Buddha Ball's range? How close do you have to get it? You can probably start running the football here, and that's what they'll do. Ben Davis, and now you've got to feel comfortable that you are in the sophomore's range as he picks up 8.
You absolutely do. And Ben Davis ellipses that 100-yard total. DeAndre Jackson on the tackle, his 8th on the night.
Now remember, there is an 8-mile-an-hour wind. It has not affected anything so far tonight. But the Buckeyes want to keep getting it closer as Dansby bounced out of bounds after a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 1.
That's a great job by Frankie Dawkins, pushing him out of bounds and stopping that clock.
3rd and 1. You assume they're going to run it here. They will. Draw play. It's Hansen, and he's oh no, he's short. And Georgia will call their their first timeout. And here we go. Buddha ball, a chance to put the Buckeyes up 1. This is a 41-yard field goal attempt. Up. Good. And with 46 seconds to play here in Columbus, Ohio State now goes up 20-19.
And we'll see what this Georgia offense has. Seth Chapman hasn't had to throw the ball like that this year. Averaging only 176 yards a game. He's going to have to drive them downfield with his arm in order for them to have a chance to win this.
And a good return from Dawkins, who, well, I mean, one return from Dawkins can change a game. So the Buckeyes do a pretty good job right there, making sure that they didn't get too much out of it there. 32-yard line, 1st and 10, and 2 timeouts. Now you only need a field goal. Chapman hit as he lets it go incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Pass rush just got there. Mac Williams and Justin Henry thrive in these situations when they know you're going to have to throw this football.
3 receivers in the formation. Chapman looking. Blitz was coming. It was picked up. So a quick throw, and they're going to have to hurry to the line here.
And that's a great tackle by Eka. Just get him down on the ground so they have to move fast.
So here we go. They're going to look for one play to get him down maybe into field goal range. And now we'll see if they can maybe get a big shot here and catch Ohio State sleeping. They only have 1 safety deep. Snapped with 2 seconds. Chapman looking, and it is complete out of bounds. Ball game over. And Georgia gave it absolutely everything they had. They'll come up 1 point short here in Columbus.
And this was a great game, end to end. As we see the player of the game, Ben Davis. He is building himself a campaign to be the offensive player of the year. But hats off to Georgia's defense for holding this Ohio State offense the way they did the entire game. Outstanding job.
This was a defensive battle from start to finish. 20-19 Ohio State over Georgia is again your final score. And with that, I'd like to say thank you to our associate producer, Austin Crow, executive producer, Mike Peters, and of course, my broadcast partner, Caleb Allen, for all of tonight's action. And on behalf of our entire broadcast crew, I'm Nate Murphy. You've been watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports here on YouTube. That wraps up week 3 in our non-conference action. Make sure you come back Tuesday night, 5:30 Central Time, and we'll see you then.